I'm in the Netherlands because I live in the Netherlands. So I'm about an hour from home. And the idea is that I do a couple of days campsite close to the German border, a little bit south of Boxmeer. The dike I'm riding on right now, a little bit back it was closed. And that was part of my route, so I had to find a detour. This is the detour. Beautiful view over the water. What water is it? Can I see that on the Garmin? The Waal. It's the Waal. Fantastic. With a lot of wind. That's a little bit pity because of all that wind I cannot launch my drone. What's happening here? Omleiding, closed in the direction of Tiel. Follow the T. That's pity. Yeah, that happened also 15 minutes back. I'm still push my luck. I want to see how it's look like. Well, very likely it's not possible to continue there. Then I have to turn around and go back. But look at the view. Stunning, right? Yeah, that makes sense. No possibility to fool around a little bit and try to push further on as a biker. That's not gonna work there. So I have to find another detour. It's pity I cannot use my drone because of the wind. Wind is quite gusty right now, and I have two drones, a large one and a little one. I have now only the little one with me, and that drone is not capable of handling higher winds. The other one can manage that, but the small drone cannot. Campsite should be here somewhere. Gravel on the road. Always something to take care of. A lot of cars. Okay. Always wondering where I have to call in or whatever. Reception. That makes sense. Fantastic. I could have pitched my tent. That was possible. No problem. That should be next to that white camper there at the left side with electricity, but the campsite also had a little cabin, which is this one over here, and I knew that he had only one cabin, but it is free till this weekend, but I'm not staying that long, so I said, give me the cabin. Okay, sure, no problem. Beautiful. And indeed, the camping owner explained me that it is the last couple of weeks and also the next couple of days quite cold here. It was quite windy, but he said it's cold. The camper owners here the visitors complaining a little bit about the cold nights. Okay, well, I was prepared for the cold. I have a lot of extra clothing with me in the luggage. But this one, of course, is even better. So now I don't have to put up my tent. No worries about the cold and whatsoever. Nice. Really nice. I am riding in Germany right now. And why Germany? Well, the plan for today is that I am going to visit Cologne. Because in Cologne you have one of the largest cathedrals in Europe. A lot of wind. That's the Dom of Cologne. The building should be massive, huge, according to what I've read on the internet. It took people to build it in 640 years in total. But I've never been in Cologne. And from the campsite I am staying, it was over the highways a little bit more than an hour, but I don't want to do highways, so I asked Google Maps, give me a route towards Cologne using the inner roads, and then it cost me 1 hour extra, but I'm not in a hurry, it's holiday, so I don't care. Right now it's a little bit more than 20 kilometers, then I'll reach Cologne, which is a huge city, it's very large there. And I want to park the bike in a parking lot there, a controlled parking lot for safety reasons. If you're looking for your lock, might be you can find it here. The entire bridge is full of locks, as far as you can look. Amazing. And there we have the Dom of Cologne. It's quite impressive. Which counts also for all the locks. 12 minutes, then I am back on the campsite. Was a little bit funny. I have riding in Germany a couple of hours back, and speed bumps is something they don't know there. But when you cross the border and you come here in the Netherlands, then immediately you have hundreds of speed bumps everywhere. And again, a traffic bump. And another one. Oh. Good morning. Yeah, this is something completely different. No biking today. Instead, I'm doing a short walk. On the internet, on Google Maps, I was looking around for something different, and it appears that 2 kilometers from the campsite we have the River Meuse, 2.5 kilometers sort of, so that's about 30 minutes walking. And I think, well, instead of riding a bike, let's do a hike instead. And here I am. Well, views is stunning, right? Nature here is beautiful. And then something else happened, because when I was walking, I saw that little sign at the side of the road pointing towards the little detour to what they have called a fish trap, which should be here somewhere. Well, I thought, let's see if I can find it. And then might be that is interesting, but now I'm walking here in the middle of nowhere, and no clue where that fish trap exactly is, but I'm going to find out. The weather is stunning, blue sky, a little bit windy. That's the only disadvantage for now, but you can't have everything, so I don't bother much. Now I'm wondering where that fish trap is. Oh, I have to bend down here. Oh, I think it's there. This is something completely different than throwing a bike through corners and curves. I think that's the fish trap. The fence here does not allow me to walk over it or approach it, so okay, then I'm just following the path. Which is still nice.
cannot hear me correctly because there's a lot of wind and I do not have an external microphone with a wind cap. So I have to do it with the microphone on the camera itself, but you never can tell, so let's try. But according to the sign over here, it looks like a little bit Julius Caesar has walked here also a couple of weeks back. But still, this is the River Meuse and there is a ferry here for cars also. Via Valentia. Oh, it's a bicycle route following the path the Romans had done a couple of years back. Hi cows. Hi there. Nice. It was a nice hike. I needed the exercise, otherwise I get stiff. Nobody here. It's empty. And the bike is still there. Now I'm going to figure out what to do next. I have a good book, so
close to Sambeek, which is 9 minutes riding from here, so that's very close by. There is a huge water lock complex where ships can dock for a couple of minutes, so the water can be leveled up and down. I saw that on Google Maps this morning. That's quite interesting. I'm going to ride towards that lock complex, see how it looks like. So this morning I filmed it, this ferry with the drone from a distance, and of course now I want to make a tour with the ferry, right? That makes sense. Riding a ferry? No, that's not. Sailing with the ferry, that's it. Sailing with the ferry. 2 kilometers up front we have the German border, but I don't have any intention to do Germany. I saw on Google Maps that there is some kind of a nature reserve here at the left side. So I'll make a quick round trip to see how it looks like. A little bit further up front over there you have the water lock. I have filmed with the drone half an hour back. Now I'm riding at the other side. Okay, that was campsite Brembroeken, and I loved it. It was perfect. nice shed to live in for a couple of days. And now I'm going to visit Overloon, the War Museum there. Yeah, bicycle riding is also something you can do here in a fantastic manner, because there are a very large number of tracks, bicycle tracks, everywhere around.
The Overloon War Museum is extraordinarily impressive. The exhibition tells the story of 8 people and how each of them survived the 5 years of war, each from its own perspective and accompanied by photographs. The narratives and presentation is deeply moving. In addition, an extensive selection of all kinds of war equipment is being presented in a huge hall. Tanks, cannons, planes, motorbikes, bicycles, uniforms. It's enormous, and everything there is maintained with love by volunteers. You can clearly see that. Viewing everything in a single day is virtually impossible. Wars are horrible. Wars are ugly. It was good that I had the chance to visit the Overloon exhibition. It makes you humble. The only place where wars belong is in a museum. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Hopefully, wars which are taking place right now will be ended soon. Thank you.